What's up, guys? Michael Valor here, coming at you for Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Valor TV. Valor TV. Today, we're talking about the new world. Today, we're going to be talking about technology. So I'm going to let everybody get sitting down. I'm going to let you know what I've been doing, what I've been working on, what I've been hype about, what's been in my mind, okay? Because this is going to be some releasing of some serious info. So go ahead, if you're a golden soldier, throw your golden symbol down there, put it up in this thing, dude, and let's get rolling in 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Stop. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Michael Valor here. Guys, I am so pumped to be talking to you today because I'm going to be giving you some crazy updates on things that I have been working on. I'm going to talk about what the world needs to see, okay? I'm going to tell you a couple of things that are going to be bold statements. They're going to be bold, secret claims that other people should not be hearing, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and do it, okay? I'm wearing my presidential jacket, so I'm feeling good. It's a nice replica, got it from the White House gift shop. Pretty happy about that. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on, real quick. By the way, if you have a dream of like what you want to be in the future world, put a gold symbol in this chat right now. If you have a dream of what you want to be in the world in the future, put a gold symbol. That's it. Just put a gold symbol for that, okay? So let's get rolling on this thing, dude. Wow. Okay. Crazy week. Let me tell you, let me fix my hair, dude. Come on. Let's get this straight. This is live here. You got to get it right, Mike. What are you doing? All right, cool. Here we go. Golden movement, golden soldiers, how we do it, all right? Let's talk about technology. Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about what it is that we face on a day-to-day basis in the outside world. And I want to get pretty serious about this one. This one's not more of a flashy, showy, like in-your-face kind of thing. Really what it is and what it comes down to is what the world is going to look like. And it's not just going to look like this by just the world itself. It's going to look like this by my hand specifically. And I understand that that's an extremely bold claim to make in the beginning of this, but I want to let you know that we're all human beings. Each one of us has 24 hours a day to spend on their dream, to spend on changing the world. And the only way that someone could stop me is spending their 24 hours equally against mine. Equally against mine. It has to be equally against mine. And still, we've got an entire movement of people under us. And still, we're doing something good for the world. Now, what I've come to find out in my time and my research as I delved deep into the technologies of the world, what has been hidden, what's classified projects, black shelf projects that people cannot see, and beyond that, what some people have come up with that is not allowed to be released. Okay? Now, I've dealt with technology on a very vast sphere. I literally got to travel the country with one of my best friends, Mr. Luke Hessler. By the way, throw up a gold symbol if you know Hess, dude, because he is one of the best, and what do I want to say here? He's one of the most amazing, he's one of the most lucky in a beautifully, like, blessed way, where it's like everywhere he goes, just good stuff falls in his way, right? And the partnership between me and him, why it's so valuable, is because I'm a rocket, okay? It doesn't matter what gets in my way. It gets plowed over. That's just how I work. You see what I'm saying? Because I know what's right. I stand up for what I believe in, and I move forward towards one goal. My focus is set. So I want you guys to hold me accountable to this. I've got a 77-day goal to close a major account. 77 days. 76 now, okay? 76. 76 days to close a major account. What's a major account? A major account is hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay? An account that closes for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, how do you close these accounts? Where does this come from? What is going on? Let me tell you. I'm fascinated, dude. Absolutely fascinated with technology. I love it. I love technology. I love science. I think science is one of the most amazing things that's ever happened. I was literally talking to someone the other day. It was this older woman, and we were having a discussion. I said, what was it like in Raleigh, right? Because I live in Raleigh. I was like, what was it like in Raleigh back when you lived here when you were a little girl? And she was like, my grandfather, my father even, was taking over the blacksmith business to put horseshoes on horses in a city. Her father, okay? You see what I'm saying? And I was like, what? He put horseshoes? I was like, is that realistic? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, when we were kids, like cars were coming out. And I'm like, now we've got iPhones. You see what I'm saying? I have Google. I have a book. I have every book I ever want. I have a book of the world in the palm of my hand. Technology is so amazing. And then I took my personality, right? I took my personality into account. I'm like, I'm an outrageous guy. I'm outrageous. I'm outrageous. Why am I outrageous? Because here's the thing. I know what's possible. I know what's possible. And when I say that, I mean anything is possible. Anything is possible. That with science, I'm gonna enliven your minds today. If you stay on this, if you really listen to this and you catch some of the secret info that I'm about to drop later on. And the funny thing is like I'm saying it's secret info, but actually you go on Google, you'll find this stuff too. It's not like just dedicated to me. When people say secret info, basically what it means is that they went out, looked at it, researched it, they got it, now they're telling you it. That's the only difference between you and them. But if you stay on this and you follow along with me here, I'm going to enliven your mind on what is possible in the world of science today and what the world will be looking like when science gets a real grip on it, okay? And now here's the thing. I was never formally trained in any structure ever. I didn't do well in school. I failed out of everything I've ever done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, school was just, I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit still. And you can tell now by like how I do my lives and like how amped I get, or if you've seen me on stage, right? I get crazy. And I have these sporadic, creative, very human thoughts. My subconscious is completely open because I'm aware of the world and I'm aware of what reality may be, right? What reality may be. I'm aware of that. But at the same time, it's like I get to see the play structure. And when I say the play structure, I'm talking about business, politics, diplomacy, okay? It's literally a game of human communication, right? So with that thought, and then with my crazy amount of imagination, I paired both of those together to have an empire mentality, to become an emperor, to become a leader, a world leader, okay? Leader of human beings. The first time this has ever been able to be accomplished by another human being. So I want you to catch that because that's really important. See, the thing is, like before, all these conquerors, they came really close to like saving the world or building an empire, right? But the thing is, they couldn't do it because the world wasn't connected. And now I have every memento. I have every time one of them wrote something, every manifesto. I have every diary. I have every video. I have like evidence to watch each and every single leader who has ever walked the planet and compile their information into one person. And then I take out all of my human desire and I become a person who just wants to build, who just wants to serve you, who just wants to make your life better. Literally, that is what I am, is I'm a machine for fate. And what I believe as fate, and this is my own personal opinion here, so let's go into speculation. What I believe is fate means strictly that the world will always get better. Now, that's crazy, right? That's like, okay, what are you talking about? I mean, the world will always grow, right? The good will always win over evil, and it will always be a little by the skin of its teeth. The hero always comes out on top. And it's crazy how that works. Even if it's a long game, it's crazy how that works. The hero always comes out on top, and I believe that's fate. So I'm an instrument of fate, and that's what I allowed myself to be by becoming an aware being, becoming conscious of my understanding and my reality, never taking anything as what it says to be, but what it actually is, looking to it, past the illusion and how it makes me feel, right? And then I started putting these thoughts together. And I said, how can I change the world in a massive way? Okay, number one, politics. Politics is a huge deal, but the entire political system is messed up. It's crazy. It's full of corruption and greed, and they're all stuck in a very traditional way of doing things. And not just that, but like let's talk about what George Washington said from the very beginning. He said, don't split us up into multiple parties. A country that is divided will fall. And then we did that. Are you following what I'm saying? So we're like literally not following what they originally said for us to do, and the rules get outdated. You see what I'm saying? Rules get outdated. That's why laws change. But I gotta say this, systems get outdated. If I gave you and I said, hey son, I got you a brand new computer for Christmas, and you're like, go downstairs, you open a box and you look in the box and it's a 1998 like Windows. You're like, Windows 98, I can't do anything with this. I'm like, well, that's one of the original systems we ever created. It's one of the original systems. And you're like, I can't even, there's no Microsoft Word on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing. So if that's the case and systems get outdated, does that mean that this system can get outdated? Yes, it can get outdated. And millennials were just a very silent majority a long time ago, and now they're becoming more aware. And not just that, but I'm talking about the 99% as a whole. I'm talking about every single hardworking person, not just in America, but in the entire world, who is bending their back, hurting their back, spending money on medication, okay? Their feet are tired. tired. They go to work every single day. They do a 9 to 5. Your parents, my parents, ourselves. Have you worked hard in your life? Put a gold symbol up if you ever worked hard in your life, okay? So now all these good people are working really hard and they're losing in life. And I'm like, why? Why is that happening? Why are people still dying? Why are people going hungry? And then I realized that over time, one of the things that is guaranteed to change is technology. Science, our science of understanding the world around us. And I'm talking about crazy things along the lines of nanotechnology, biotech, gene therapy, plasma propulsion, magnetic transportation. See, the cool thing about it is, and the crazy thing about it is, all these technologies are already designed. They're already out. They're already conceptualized. All they need is funding. All they need is funding. All they need is a little kick in the butt. All they need is the minds to be brought together without egos into the same room and atmosphere. And that is exactly what I intend to do in the Golden Movement, is by recruiting the best minds who have ever walked the planet, the heroes, the legends, okay, who are stepping on our soil right now. I'm actually seeking a mentor, and if you guys want to check this out, it's pretty cool. On Netflix, it says Get Me Roger Stone, okay? He's got an incredible mind. Now, some of his tactics might be a little off, okay, to say the least, but he's got an incredible mind about the inner workings of the system, and I believe that he works inside the lines. His name's Get Me Roger Stone. It's on Netflix. It's a really, really cool documentary to kind of see what the backstring of politics is like and kind of working the structure for your advantage. But the cool thing about it is, and what I can take from him, now I've never sought a mentor out as another human being before. Now why? Because I want to deter my own experience. Will I learn from someone? Yes, I'll learn from someone all day long. Will I surround myself with great people? Yes. But for a mentor, for me to follow someone around with a book, okay, and write down everything they say, that's got to be a special person. That's got to be a person I know can teach me something legit, teach me something real. Now, what I intend to do is I intend to unify the world. We need to do that, dude. You need to do that. You need to unify the world. There are people out there, and guess what? Here's the thing. They're dying. Their families are dying. They're getting bombed, and they're human beings. I do that because I show you have skin. And now when I talk about science, it broadens your ideals. It broadens your mind. You start to see the world in a different way. When we're talking about quantum physics, when we're talking about nanotechnology and manipulating molecules to produce a different person, literally they can go in and modify your genetic code. You'll be a totally different person. Down the line, they're talking about modifying human beings so that we can live on other planets. So there's not bio-Earth humans, but we'll have different life forms, different races of human being because we need to expand. If we're trying to stop ourselves from long-term extinction, okay, you know what long-term extinction means? That means that we stay on this planet, nothing ever happens, and eventually we kill ourselves from pollution, okay? Or we kill ourselves from nuclear war, or we kill ourselves from natural disaster, which has happened several times on our planet before, natural disaster, okay? And not just that, but you see that the rising political climate is kind of aggressive and kind of mean, and there's a lot of technology out there that could destroy people. Now, I'm not a doomsayer by any stretch of the imagination, but what I am is I'm a realist. And I'm going to tell you this, that the world needs to expand, that the human race needs to go past our planet. And guess what? I know it sounds science fiction. You're like, this is like Star Wars, Mike. What are you talking about? It's like Star Wars. You're talking about science fiction. You're talking about fake stuff. No. I'm talking about very real ordeals. I'm talking about growing a lamb from a few stem cells. I'm talking about genetic coding. I'm talking about changing what a life form of a human being is. Not just that, but extending that life for longer just by altering the genetic code to produce more telomeres for a longer period of time. See, the thing is that I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is that the future is here right now. And I hope you know that I've been working with a select few individuals for a while on a new energy concept that is going to revolutionize the entire world, okay? Now, not just that, but I wanted to add way more to it. I wanted to add some leadership quality of my own, and I wanted to make sure that you guys could hold me accountable for what I'm going to be in the future, and that you can literally tell me, this is what I want, dude. I want a connection to the people so tight that the people can tell me what they want in the world, and I can go out and do it. That I can go out and bring science back to you to make your lives better. Before we had dishwashers, before we had clothes washers, before we had stoves, before we had refrigerators. This is just in my house, TV, before I could reach you lovely people on this podcast, this webcast here, okay? This live interfeed of a mirror that I am now on in front of you, that you can hear me, you can feel me. Dude, feel me for a second, okay? feel me for a second. Grab in my eyes, dude. Grab in my eyes, and I want to show you. I want to show you that you feel something, dude. Stop and feel something. Feel something right now. Because you can. You can. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right? You can. You can feel something. And why is that? Because we're human beings. Human beings are magical things. We're experiencing a third-dimensional reality right now. Everything is atoms. You're made up of cells and these little electrons that are moving at the speed of light that aren't anything until they're observed. Science is showing us what reality is. It's helping us understand the artwork of God. That we get to see. That's what science is. And people are like, science and God don't mix, but they do so well. Why? Because we get to see now how it intermingles, how it creates, how it happens, what's the cycle of it all. See what I'm saying? So now, if I go ahead and I study science and I can bring new technologies to the world to elongate the human lifespan to 150 years, to 200 years, and then everyone goes up, shouts to the sky. No, you cannot live that long. You cannot live 150 years. You can't live 200 years. Guess what? 2,000 years ago, they were saying about your grandma, who's like 80 right now, she would be ancient. She would be ancient. They'd say that was an abomination of a woman. Is your grandma an abomination? No, she's not. Your grandma's not an abomination. She just lived to be 80 years old. She took good care of herself, and she had to do laundry for your grandpa all the time, and that was a lot of physical effort. You know what I'm saying? She got a good amount of exercise. Are you following me, dude? Oh, happy birthday, Simon, dude. Dope Cuz We Said. By the way, go check out Dope Cuz We Said. He is one of my best friends. Like, dude, he is in my area. He is killing the game. They brought a revolutionary concept to hip-hop, by the way. So if you don't follow Simon Boa here, you are making a huge mistake, okay? So, let's pull it back, all right? Your grandma's not an abomination, right? Okay? If your grandma's not an abomination, then what are we saying? Then we're saying that we accept as a society that humans can live longer than expected. That we're going to continue to live longer and longer and longer and longer. Are you following me on this? That humans are going to continue to grow. That we're going to change. We're going to evolve. Are you seeing what I'm saying? So if that's the case, why not aid in the science? Why not understand fully who we are as a people? And advance the human race together as a unified culture. Now, I'm talking about nanotechnology that they can take your genes and they can go splice in there and put viruses in that have no effect on the human body. That this virus can then enter your genes and release a new genome so that you can have blue skin or blue eyes or blue hair. You see what I'm saying? You can breathe with your blood instead of your lungs. You can make your skin ice resistant. We can take that consciousness that you have in your head and implant it into any type of organism there could possibly be. Are you following what I'm saying? And then artificial intelligence and the vast, amazing things that could bring to the world, that we shouldn't be fearful of what the future holds, that we should grab onto technology as a whole. I'm talking about playing create your own character with humans, that you can go and make yourself genetically however you want. That you can live 150 years and travel the cosmos because of plasma propulsion. Are you seeing what I'm saying? That your great-great-great-grandkids can meet your mom. That's science. That is not magic. That is real. And guess what? I intend to bring it to you. I intend to bring it to you. I intend to take this science thing and bring it to your homes because it's my mission. Because everyone in this golden movement wants progress. Because we believe in something called a progressive utopia. What's a progressive utopia for a brand new listener? A progressive utopia is a society that is constantly progressing in a great direction. In a just direction. With law and order. Okay? I'm talking about a society that's organized, that accepts other people, a society that promotes love and stops war against its own species. I'm talking about a progressive utopia, something real, something really real, something that we are going to make real if it hasn't been real yet. Why? Because humans in the past have been able to create things from scratch? Yes or no? Right? Buildings, yeah, houses, governments. The United States government was not a thing in the world, ever. It was not a thing. And then humans went and sat around a table and created it. And you're telling me that we can't go out there and create something similar? That we can't go out there and create a progressive utopia? That we can't unify the world? How I intend to do it is by creating a company that brings emerging technology into its ownership. Okay? And this company I'll be releasing in the next couple of weeks. I'm pretty excited about it. Literally nobody knows about this except one specific individual that I can't talk about right now, but one specific individual that I know knows about the company that I've created, and we're bringing emerging technology to the world, okay? Now I'm talking about multi-millions of dollars of deals here. I'm talking about multi-billions of dollars of business work. I'm talking about political agendas. I'm talking about taking this company and going to Congress and saying that we need a millennial committee and that we need someone to go ahead and take that seat in the Millennial Committee to stand up for millennials in Congress today. Congress is made up of a bunch of people who are 70 years old and older, and they have no idea what we're thinking, what we're doing, or the world we live in. Their fathers worked as blacksmiths, okay? Now, I'm sorry, but this is no longer the medieval age. And I have nothing against elderly people. I love them. I love talking to them. I love the stories. But the thing is, we've got to take their knowledge and build upon it. And it's not about them holding the baton anymore. It's about us grabbing the baton and being able to take it to the new world. Because we're creating something very, very legit. With this company, there's going to be 3 tiers. I'm going to have a supply chain consulting company. So by the way, if any of you have connections in the supply chain atmosphere, what that means is major corporations who produce major products, who have millions of dollars of budgets that they spend. If you have connections in that arena, please let me know. I'm working on building that right now. We can find them any product they buy for cheaper. That's one. The other thing is emerging technology. And what that is the Valor Corp over here and the Golden Movement has a state-of-the-art call system. It's a ping Excel system. I built it. It's trilateral, which means it's 3 different stations in the world, and any one station can go down and the other ones will stay up. That's how amazing this thing is. And it can put me in touch with anyone I want. If I put Kanye West on the list, Kanye West is calling me. And I'm about to put Roger Stone on the list, okay? I'm serious, because now I'm telling you that I'm going to use this guy as my mentor. If you are just logging on right now, please get me Roger Stone. Get me Roger Stone. Get me Roger Stone on Netflix. Amazing documentary, really cool guy. He advised for the Trump campaign. Now, I'm not going to say like go Trump or go anything. All I'm saying is the guy knows what he's doing in politics. He's been in there a long time, and I can learn a lot from him. I'll tell you that. And I'm not stupid enough to think that I can't learn from people, okay? Cool? Now, let's roll on this, guys, okay? So now the 3rd tier of the company is all of the money that we make, all of the proceeds are going to go towards research and development. That means that we are buying the minds of the smartest people in the world, and we're bringing them under one roof to create technology from scratch, to bring new innovations bi-weekly to the people, curing diseases. They're out there. I don't need to know how to cure a disease to find someone who knows how to cure a disease. I created a system in Valor Corp that can find anybody in the entire world. I can get in contact with anyone in the whole world. Now let your imagination run with that, my golden soldiers. Let your imagination start to think about what Michael Valor can do when he can get in touch with anyone in the entire world. And that's exactly what I'm talking about right here and right now. Is this new company is going to be a 3-tiered system that is going to save the entire world. I'm going to be using this to fund all of my campaigns in the future as we run for Millennial Committee, as we start an uprising in Congress, as we go further than that and get into the United Nations. I want you to understand what I'm talking about here. This is very real, and it's much more than success. People ask me, they're like, okay, so you're going to be a success speaker. No, I'm not going to be a success speaker, my friend. I'm going to be a world leader. There is no success involved, okay? Well, actually, all it is success. That's interesting. So let's talk about that. You see what I'm saying? Success isn't everything. So they're like, why are you a success speaker? I'm like, I'm a success speaker, because success is involved with everything else I do. With business, with politics, with communication, diplomacy, with growing infrastructure. Are you following what I'm saying? President of the United States is only a stepping stone for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be going so far in this life. I will lead us through the darkness of where we are today to the future. That's a guarantee. I will work it every day. Watch me 24/7. as I obsessively grind on this ideal to bring your families and my families a better future, because I think they deserve it. And I think science is going to take us there with nanotechnology and gene therapy and artificial intelligence, plasma propulsion, magnetic transportation, and cures for diseases under one major roof. And that company is getting created in the next 3 weeks. So you be watching for some updates, man, because I'm going to tell you, dude, I'm coming for Youngest Billionaire, and I'm not going to stop till I get it. I'll see you guys next week.